Coming up on Mountain News this morning, the Commonwealth might find out what's in store for the state budget soon. And Kentucky's Congress wants to end vaccine mandates for certain parts of government.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Calfee. The time is 6:30 on Wednesday, March 27th. Now let's send it over to meteorologist Tim Drawbridge for a look at your forecast this morning.
Good morning, Olivia. Good morning, everyone. Good news, and we've been able to see it in real time the last couple of hours and how our visibility has improved outside our studio doors here at WYMT. Temperature-wise, right now, well, still in the mid-40s, and we're all in the 40s this morning, except for those of you watching as we cross the state line into Virginia. Clintwood at 38, Grundy at 39. All right, the satellite weather composite, the system from yesterday, long gone. This little wrinkle rotating through the flow is now being able to push across central and eastern Kentucky, bringing in some of that drier air. As high pressure now builds in, guess what? Got a gorgeous day today in terms of being seasonable, and we keep the sunshine rolling on tomorrow into Friday. For today, we average out to being partly cloudy and a forecast high later this afternoon to 62. More about your First Alert 7-day forecast in just a few moments. Olivia?
All right, Tim, thank you. A new two-year state budget plan could receive final approval by lawmakers soon. The new version increases classroom spending, sets aside $5 million to create a Star Academy system within public schools, and provides money for schools to consider pay raises, and it directly funds raises for many other state employees.
We include salary adjustments to all employees of 3% and 3% in each fiscal year based off of the compensation and classification study that was previously submitted.
It also allots money for mental health and substance abuse treatment and more waivers to fund them. Legislative leaders say they hope to vote on a new budget possibly as early as today. A bill meant to strengthen animal cruelty laws is on its way to the governor's desk. House Bill 258 would add to the bill known as Romeo's Law. It deals with tougher penalties for the torture of a dog or a cat. The bill would also address hunters' dogs not mentioned in the original law. It passed with 31 yes votes and 5 voting no. The state Senate is advancing a bill to end COVID vaccine mandates. SB 295 would stop schools, businesses, and hospitals from forcing people to get the vaccine. The bill's sponsor claims the vaccines have done more harm than good. Opponents say the bill goes against what's best for public health. The bill now heads to the House. Kentucky Public Schools could hire pastoral counselors under an amendment to a school safety bill, which is Senate Bill 2. The Lexington Herald Leader reports Republican Representative Josh Calloway offered up the change that he says would give schools and parents more options for school safety. But some Democrats raised questions and say this requires much more discussion, including training requirements. The bill now heads to the House for a vote. A man in Lexington has gone viral on TikTok and caught the attention of national media outlets, talking about something everyone can relate to: inflation. Now he's hoping to help others navigate the tricky waters. Kenneth Turner has been in central Kentucky all his life. He started out slinging pies at Jet's Pizza. Now he is an insurance agent. His social media presence recently landed him at the center of a Yahoo Finance article.
And all I'm doing is just providing information on insurance, what people can do, tips and tricks, how to get your insurance cheaper, coverages, and things like that. Like in my space, I'm just talking about what I do every single day.
His videos online have racked up more than 1 million views. His rent has gone up nearly 75% in the last few years. A survey shows Kentuckians pay about $500,000 a year or more in insurance than the national average. Turner says these videos and his message is his way of making sure everyone saves any penny they can. A Leslie County woman pleaded guilty in a murder case on Monday. Carriana Burton was charged following a shooting in November 2021 that left Jacqueline Lingard dead. Burton pleaded guilty as part of an agreement that calls for her to serve 22.5 years in jail. She will be sentenced May 1st. Burton is held at the Leslie County Detention Center. In Laurel County, a woman is accused of shooting and killing her husband. 59-year-old Yolanda Lamelli is charged murder and tampering with evidence. Police say Lamelli called 911 Monday night saying her husband was shot and was possibly dead and that she needed her lawyer. Manuel Lamelli Jr. was found dead in the home. An arrest citation shows Lamelli didn't call 911 until her son told her to. A man has been sentenced to prison following a murder that happened in Rowan County in 2014. 29-year-old Anthony Payson, along with 4 others, were involved in a break-in, resulting in the murder of Bo Otis in his Rowan County home. KSP identified Payson as the man who fired the deadly shot. All of the other co-defendants were previously sentenced for their crimes. As part of the plea agreement, the Commonwealth recommended Payson serve 43 years in prison. 2 people are behind bars after police found illegal drugs on them during a traffic stop. Officers with KSP Post 9 CIU conducted the stop last week in Salyersville. During the stop, more than 50 grams of suspected meth, along with drug paraphernalia and a firearm, were seized. 46-year-old Jerry Finch of Salyersville, along with 34-year-old Felicia Crace of Jackson, were arrested. Finch and Crace were taken to the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center. The Breaks Water Park expansion is underway, and they received an investment from Virginia Energy to make it happen. The park is building a new pool, hoping to expand its offerings and bring more visitors to the mountains. Yesterday, Virginia officials presented the park with a check for $300,000 to plant the new pool. Park officials say the money came from an abandoned mine land economic revitalization grant, building the future on the area's past.
Ronnie Hilton, the new ranger here, he actually found this old mines after all these years, and just a couple years ago, so that actually put us in line to get funding.
Officials say the water park is on schedule to open Memorial Day weekend.
And a good Wednesday to you. Get you out the door. Some of us still dealing with a little fog this morning. Temperature-wise, though, we'll take this. We're in the 40s, minus the 250-degree readings coming in toward Prestonsburg and Pikeville. System from yesterday is long gone. High pressure is going to start building in behind this secondary cold front. And the cold front's obviously passed on through. The reason why we've lost our fog is a drier air continues to move on in. All right, the travel weather forecast. I'll get out of the way. That way you can see this morning for the drive. It'll be partly cloudy. We're losing the fog issues right now. And as we head through the afternoon, guess what? The sun visor down, the shades on, because you're going to be styling with some nice Kentucky sunshine. Yeah, maybe a little bit of a faded sunshine look as you make your way closer toward the West Virginia border with some cloud cover issues a little thicker your way. All right, we got the sun. How's Easter weekend looking? Plans by chance? Probably so. We'll let you know. Your first Alert 7-day forecast is coming up in a few moments. Olivia?
Thanks, Tim, and thank you for joining us. The time is now at 6:38. Still to come on Mountain News this morning. From rescue effort to recovery for the 6 construction workers feared dead after Tuesday's bridge collapse.